I started out with TV, did a lot of television here and there. And I realized that I was getting monotonous as a performer, or I have never learned acting as a skill. Whatever that I know right now is something that I've learned at the set on my job. I think it's something that an actor can never completely deal with.
So hello and welcome to India.com and Bollywood Live. Today we have with us the beautiful and gorgeous Mahima Makwana, who recently made her big debut opposite Ayush and co-starring none other than Salman Khan in the movie Antim. Welcome, Mahima.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
So Mahima, we've seen you recently in Antim, although we've seen you working as a child artist and working down south and also in a lot of web series also recently. So this show is all about how I became an actor. So कैसे आपकी ये journey as an actor started? कब वो कीड़ा आया कि भाई मुझे actor बनना है?
I think कीड़ा बचपन से ही था. As you have mentioned, the little body of work that I've had, I believe in variety is the spice of life. And I think हमेशा से ही बचपन से ही, in fact, I started out acting at the age of 9. Yeah, I always knew that there is something that I'm inclined towards, which is being in front of the camera. And I think gradually it became passion. It also became something that I knew that I wanted to do all my life. So, I started out with TV, did a lot of television here and there. And I realized that I was getting monotonous as a performer. So then I thought that maybe I should also explore. I should also push my envelope as an actor. And I also wanted to see if I can, see, because OTT had just started while I was just about doing my last television show, or I think second last or something. I think I was doing Rishton ka Chakravyuh. And I realized that somehow OTT was being like I don't know. I mean, for actors who, for a lot of time when I was doing television, I couldn't make it to films. I had given a lot of auditions, and I thought that maybe OTT can give that sort of chance to new faces, to new type of content, which is why, I did some South. Then I again got busy with television, and then OTT happened. And finally, I reached where I always wanted to, which is the big screen. So that's how it has been. This is my passion, and this is something that I want to do all my life. And I hope that I try out something new every time I make a decision.
Right, Mahima. So as you mentioned that, you've had quite a career. First, you started with television, that, things turned up here and there. Then you got into web series. Then you got down south, and then film, this Antim happened. So during this entire journey of yours, I'm sure there must be a lot of challenges that you must have faced. So if you can differentiate the challenges you faced during your television journey and then afterwards.
So like I was saying, yeah, television had a lot of extreme hours. Then हमें scripts end time पे मिलती थी. And I mean, I think वहाँ पे literally training हुई है मेरी. Or I have never learned acting as a skill. Whatever that I know right now is something that I've learned at the set on my job. So I owe my career to my, the television journey that I've had. As far as South, I mean, I've not done a lot of work in South because I was usually juggling between a lot of things that I was doing. I was also completing my education.
Right.
South, I mean, language being the biggest barrier. Because I made sure that the 2 films that I did, I learn the language. I learn my dialogues, and I also understand what
you're speaking
as a character that I'm conversing, because it also, because I'm not just mugging up my lines, but I also have to understand and portray the character and slip into, say, the world that I have been put into.
Right.
So as far as South is concerned, language was the biggest barrier. And, I used to feel like I'm some alien, okay, on some other planet, because everybody around me used to talk into a different language, and I was nowhere close to Telugu or Tamil, so that was very tough. And I still want to learn Telugu because I think it's a beautiful language. Web, I think I think when I was doing television, there is a certain type of acting that I was used to, So I think on OTT, Flesh and Rangbaz gave me an opportunity to break that sort
That
of pattern,
monotonous
because
pattern,
people.
right?
No, I don't think it's monotonous. I think as an actor, or as working on a television medium, I'm catering to a certain audience
Audience.
for which a certain acting is needed because of the
Absolutely.
frame, or because of the cinematography, or because of the drama, or because of the elements that have been used as far as the screenplay or approach is concerned. So I think people think it's monotonous, but I think it's just catering to the demand that the medium
Really wants.
expects us to
Right.
perform. Exactly. So I think OTT somehow, it just put me on a spot where I had to break my pattern and, forget and unlearn everything that I had done. So I think every medium has had its own benefits, shortcomings, challenges, moreover. And I think every experience has it's been a learning experience for me. So I think today I look at myself as an actor and not as a film actor or a television actor or as an OTT actor. I think it's time that we don't label actors and
Right.
we just see them as actors.
Actors.
So yeah, so I think every medium has
Its own
and
beauty, if I
hopefully
can say.
improved me
Yes.
as the performer that I am, and I've enjoyed the entire process on everything that I've done so far. But I think the most trickiest was OTT for me.
So Mahima, as you started, so how did you grab your first project? वो कैसे आपको you land up acting in
Oh
that
God.
serial that you started at, and then we'll move on to ki set page, because you were studying also simultaneously and they were shooting also. So how was your day? मतलब आपकी लाइफ कैसी होती थी? How was the day? You used to study, school, and then shoot. So how was the day in your life?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say how unusual it was for me because yeah, like I said कि मुझे अपना पहला audition याद नहीं है. I used to say complete a day at school, and then I used to go rush to the auditions, and I used to again feel कि because समझ में नहीं आता था, because there was nothing about the skill that I was aware of. And पहला project, as far as I remember, was an ad project that I bagged, where I was not even there in the frame. Like, मुझे बोला गया था कि maybe I'm one of the important characters, and later on I realized that I was one of the juniors, where you don't even see me in the frame. It was an ad with Vaman Irani sir, and it was an ad for Rin. Yeah.
Oh.
It was quite embarrassing and funny because हम set पे पूरा दिन थे, धूप में थे, काम कर रहे थे, and then I'm trying to figure कि क्या है ये, मतलब am I even there in this project? What is happening? So I mean there have been such incidents at say at the initial stage of my career, but I think होता है, it's a part and parcel of the industry that I belong to, because as you become more prominent, as you become more experienced, you realize, and I think it's a part of the journey. Now, I'll tell you the coincidence, okay? I mean, this was so strange, but at the same time, I was zapped with this scenario. We waited for we waited for almost 6 months for the show to start, and suddenly show की शुरुआत एक outdoor shoot से होती है in Banaras, exactly on the day I have my board exams, which is for HSC. Okay. And now I'm trying to figure कि मैं आज shoot के लिए जाऊंगी. When would I study as well as say report for my exams? But the producers and the entire team were kind enough and understanding enough for me to say. And I used to travel back and say to and fro every second day. So then 2 दिन वहां पे मेरा shoot हो रहा है, फिर तीसरे दिन मैं यहाँ पे आ रही हूँ अपनी exam के लिए. Then on the 4th day I'm again going back. So that was a really exhausting, but at the same time challenging time, because here I'm just about starting with something which is so challenging, and I also have my exams to keep up with, which is board exam.
Right.
So it has been like this, but I made sure that I don't neglect education, which has been a very important part. Yeah.
Right, Mahima. So, no, as you mentioned that your journey as a child actor, because you were studying also and then acting also, was sort of a roller coaster, if I can say. Okay. Then you see in this industry that you're in, rejections are a part of it. So how have you dealt with?
I think it's something that an actor can never completely deal with.
Right.
Maybe I can become used to that sort of rejection, but I've still not understood how an actor or how somebody because there's so much uncertainty and instability in the industry or the profession that I belong to. एक actor को नहीं पता होता है कि okay, this project is over, what next? What am I going to do next? So there's always some sort of fear and insecurity that comes along. And I think rejection is something which is hugely a part of our profession, and it's something that I have not really understood how to deal with, but it's something which is just there. And I think auditioning is also such a difficult process because an actor is given 50th scene of the 100 scenes that they have. Now an actor has to understand कि 49th scene or 51st scene मतलब पूरी journey क्या रही है. And because a casting person or a director puts the list of actors in a spot where they have to prepare and they have not even lived that journey. So कुछ sequences होते हैं जिसके लिए audition कराया जाता है, and somehow an actor has to prepare enough in a way that he or she is convincing for the filmmaker or the project, to consider them. So I think that's equally a difficult. And today auditions they make me nervous. Every time I am considered for something, it's like, okay, how am I going to convince the filmmaker, or how am I going to put myself into the shoes of the character, which is sometimes not really relatable. But I think it's all about just giving your best and being truthful to everything that comes.
Right, Mahima. So during this journey, have you ever, it's a very sensitive topic that we've seen over the years. A lot of people must have been through this. We call that casting couch or something. So has any such incident ever throughout your journey, you've been mishandled by any certain casting or something?
No, I think I've been lucky enough कि मेरे साथ इतने सालों में तो कभी कुछ casting couch वाला कुछ issue हुआ नहीं है. And I think I have carved, or I have been on the right path, or maybe I've just been on the right place at the right time. But no, so far things have been good. Yeah, people have looked down upon me because I belong to a certain medium,
right.
But that's okay. You can't change people. You can't change their perception. I think it's something but things are changing. We have a long way to go, but I think there are exceptions due to which people have started, widening their approach and horizon. So, no, but with me, things have been safe. And I think I am hoping कि चीजें ऐसे ही सही or safe हो. But I think with me, I've not really come across any such incident.
Right, Mahima. So fun part पे आते हैं. हमें आपकी casting की अंतिम में the world knows the story that you came on the Big Boss set where Salman sir spotted you, and then things happened. So how was your first meeting when you got to know that he approached you for this role, and then how did things turn out?
So, like everybody knows the story, how I met him on the sets of Big Boss. I think thrice we had an integration for Shubharambh, twice for Shubharambh, and then the Diwali bash happened. And suddenly a week later, I get to know that, SKF has called me for an audition. So I, being the apprehensive actor that I was usually, but see, because I have given so many auditions for so many films that pehla intuition hota hai ki I'm being hopeful, but again, let's not expect too much. I'll just go and give my best. So I was with an approach ki, theek hai, koi baat nahi, it's okay. I obviously tested for the role, and on the very same day I was told that I am a part of the project because they had already started shooting for the film. And it was, it felt surreal throughout the filming process. It felt unreal and surreal throughout the filming process because I couldn't imagine myself, or I couldn't believe that this is happening, because I couldn't have had, I couldn't have had a better start than that,
right.
being a part of a project which is which is so good, in terms of the script, and then being offered a character which had her own voice, because generally
Absolutely.
we see where if it's a male centric film, so I mean, girls or females don't have a part, maybe they're just there for the sake of it. Obviously, I'm talking about a lot of a few films that we have seen in the past. I mean, right now we do have women centric films, and we do have even commercial films where the female part also has some substance. So it was exciting and more. I think I was nervous throughout the process, but it felt surreal. I mean, I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that Mahesh sir and Salman sir believed in me. It actually means a lot for an actor where maybe I didn't have that sort of trust or faith in myself, which they did.
They had.
So that means a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've also seen when you were promoting the movie how Salman sir said that, okay, I could see that thing in her since I spotted her. So that was really good to hear from someone that big. So, Mahima, what are your upcoming projects or something that you've already signed for, or where we could see you in a song or a movie or OTT, something exciting? Tell us about that.
So right now, I'm looking forward to 2022 with a lot of hope, because 2021 has been a great start towards a new territory, which is Bollywood. So
Right.
I think we'll divulge into the details of the projects when the time is right. But I mean, what I am hoping for and what I will try to ensure that I test myself as a performer with every project that I do, and there is no certain genre that I would really want to be a part of. I think I am just throwing myself in a puddle where I want to try everything and anything, because I think I want to also challenge myself as a performer, and I want to work with the best of the best filmmakers, and I think it's a great start. So looking forward for a lot of things, and you shall know about them very soon.
Thank you so much once again, Mahima. Have a great day.
Thank
Take
you.
care of yourself. Stay safe. You're in Mumbai, and just be happy the way you are. And extremely
Thank
personal. It was
you.
really fun on off camera. It
Thank
was really
you.
fun.